So my mom, Ann Krpalek, immigrated from what is now the Czech Republic when she was 7 years old and grew up on a farm in Canada. As the oldest child of 4 siblings, she was the one that had to work hard on the farm and help out. She was able to attend Kingsway College for a brief period of time, but couldn't stay because of finances. Her younger sisters all were able to attend an Adventist college. So when she and my dad got married, my dad was a pastor, and they were bound and determined that their children would be in Adventist schools. They worked hard. My dad was able to go to academy and college at an Adventist school, but my mom was not. She got very involved in home and school and worked 2 or 3 jobs so that we lived very frugally because the question of us being able to afford Adventist education was never an issue. That's where we were going. So all 3 of us kids graduated from an Adventist elementary school, an Adventist academy, and an Adventist college, and that was her pride and joy. When I was an associate superintendent, I oversaw one of our other schools where Sanchez was the principal. So I got to know Ceci and I got to know Sammy.
Datha was my immediate supervisor at work, and we formed a nice bond. And I was worried. I said, Datha, what am I going to do? Samuel's about to start high school. She said, don't worry, God's going to provide. Going from a small Adventist school to an academy, the expenses can get the jump is quite high. So I was stressing out and just asking God to make sure that there was a way that Samuel could attend academy. And one of those ways was through PFE, so Partnering for Eternity. So it's an intergenerational program where students can connect with a senior. And that was something that I wanted to do. I didn't know anybody. We were new to the area. So that's how we connected. I said, Datha, do you happen to know anybody in the area?
And I said, why, yes, I do know someone. Let's start with my mom. She has many friends in this complex that would also qualify, but let me see if my mom will do it first, and if not, then we'll find someone else.
Samuel had a special bond with Anne. It was interesting to see how a mentor could affect a teenager, and not just a teenager, but a young boy. And it was exciting to see.
A remarkable friendship grew from that. She just loved him like one of her grandchildren and looked forward to his visits, always made sure that I bought some special goodies for him because I did all her grocery shopping for her. And they had them in the house for when Sammy would come.
My friendship with Anne was very special because we connected, because at first, like my mom said, I was very hesitant. But after I got to know her and I would help her around the house, we got a lot closer. She would show me how to do stuff, and I just liked how she was always there to help me. And she'd also always ask me how my day was and how school was. I think that was I liked it how I had a friend that was even though that she was older than me, that we got connected very well. I like painting and drawing, and Miss Krpalek really liked painting. And I found that really cool how we both liked to draw and do art. This is the painting that she gave me. I like it because she was telling me how she painted it, and she was describing how beautiful it was. And I like how the detail, and I don't know, it's just it feels special to me because she would tell me stories, and this is just a piece of her story.
So my mom passed away a few days after Christmas, and right before Christmas, Sammy and my mom exchanged Christmas gifts. And after my mom passed away, I texted Ceci to tell her, and she said, Sammy's not home right now, but I'll let him know. I'm sure he'll be devastated. So a few hours after I had texted Sammy's mom that my mom had passed away, she texted me back and said, that when she told Sammy, he just started sobbing. You know they had a really special bond, and he asked if he could FaceTime with me. So I called him up, and we FaceTimed, and we were both crying and just reminiscing about my mom. And he was choked up, and I said, Sammy, you know, you were very special to her. You brought joy into her life.
After she passed, her family gave me some money for school that I found very special because I wouldn't be able to like spend as much time with her or any time with her. So I found like it was really sad. And then I got this from her. This is from her house in Czech. It's a little like pottery thing, and I like this because it was very special to me. Because after she passed, it was like, I don't know, it's another piece of her story, and I just found it very special.
It meant so much to my mom that she was helping a student stay in an Adventist school, and out of that grew this beautiful friendship.
We think that every student should have the opportunity to go to an Adventist school, and through programs and donations and scholarships, I think a lot of our students are able to do that.
I don't know how many of you are aware of this, but the Azure Hills Church budgets over $200,000 a year to support Adventist education. Part of that is church subsidy, and part of that is tuition assistance. That means so much to the children of this church, and we all know that the Azure Hills Church is all about children's ministries and the kids that come here. I am so proud to be part of this congregation that gives generously to support kids to go to Loma Linda Academy. We have a tuition assistance program that ranges from anything from $50 a month to $150 a month, whatever the dollar amount is. If you're in need to get some tuition assistance for Loma Linda, this church comes through, and I want to thank you for that. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for your commitment to vision and action. As superintendent of schools, I am so pleased when churches just give so freely to support their local Adventist school. Our enrollment is a little bit up this year in the conference, and that's thanks to people like you who support our children. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.